this is a crazy topic subject, man. It causes a lot of turmoil, man. And it's nationalism, man. But I want to explain this, how this is used in the agenda. I was watching a movie about Sir Isaac Newton, or a show, and it said he was basically what you would term as a Christian Zionist. And in the sense, what they meant it is that there was a group of Christians who actively wanted to bring about the end of the world so they could go home, so the kingdom of heaven could come. So they actively looked at all the prophecies of the Bible and they tried to make them come to pass. Like even Israel becoming a nation. You know what I'm saying? And let me make this very clear for you. I'm not anti-Semitic. You know what I'm saying? I understand that Israel, the people, is different from Israel, the nation. Are some of those people in Israel Israelites? Probably. But, I mean, I don't really know. Because they lied to me about everything else. So that's another thing to keep my attention on. And they do abuse, kind of. They do abuse the poor around them. You know what I'm saying? Who don't? America does. All, ugly national nations do. That's the thing. It's statism. Statism, nationalism, national, socialist, Nazi Workers' Party, nationalism. Your perfect examples of nationalist nations. Germany, pre-World War One, and Japan. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but this is what is. I mean, we are set up here in America identical to what the Hitler situation was over in Germany. And people are so nationalistic, they just can't let it go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying patriotism in your country isn't a good thing. I'm not saying that. That is a good thing. But when the extreme perversion of it, when it flips into this nationalist mindset, you get things like the Gestapo, the Night of the Long Knives, the gray shirts, internment camps, eugenics. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But nationalism always leads to eugenics, where they have the people of the nation. It doesn't mean everyone. It just means that whatever class is in the structure hierarchy of the government. You know what I'm saying? So it's I could see how easily that can get twisted and corrupted and turned into something bad, where you're fighting for, oh, now these followers have a cause. You know what I'm saying? Which makes them, they got a cause to blame their evil actions on. But back to Christian Zionism. Basically, you could say the Illuminati are Christian Zionists, because not everyone that says they're a Christian are a Christian. You know what I'm saying? That's clear in the Bible. It says, beware of them that will make merchandise out of you. In order to make merchandise out of people, you got to be in some kind of business, or you got to be asking for money. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you can make merchandise out of people, is either by you're enslaving people, you're asking them for money, or their commodification. You know what I'm saying? So or, hey, you got to pay the Pope or you don't get into heaven. You know what I'm saying? That's another form of the same thing. But back to Christian Zionism. These people trying to bring about the end of the world. I mean, that's why the Illuminati encodes all these biblical figures into they're like little plays. You know what I'm saying? They put on these little shows, these little plays. You know what I'm saying? And they show you the same imagery, and you know what it is. Just like on the Denver airport wall, where it's all, it basically it shows Muslims wiping out everyone on the planet. You know what I'm saying? And then this little Aryan kid bending the sword into a plowshare, so the peace. That's your white horse, your antichrist, basically. One world religion. Uh, so Christian Zionism, this is what they knew. They knew if they could turn, since it was prophecy anyway, that the nation, or Jerusalem, you know what I'm saying, that area, the nation of Israel, would be reestablished. But this would precede the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the reasons why they purposefully set up Israel in such a situation, because they knew in a few years there would be resentment and hostilities that would build up between Jew and Muslim. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not pro-Muslim at all. I mean, they're the fucking Vatican. That's the way I feel about it. I'm sorry if you don't like that. Listen, this is America. We have right to free speech and free thought. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Muslims are the Vatican. Just because I wear a ninja mask, do not class me with ISIS. You know what I'm saying? That is a fucking fraud. You know what I'm saying? It is a deception. It's the CIA. It's Siyasa. Just like Al-Qaeda, Al-Qaeda, Tim Osman, Osama. You know what I'm saying? I keep hammering these same points. But, you know, I see how the spirit of Christian Zionism is just deeply rooted, man, in people. And I mean, it's hard to tell, man. I mean, whose side people are on, because you're on a political. Listen, see what it is you confuse religious things with political things. They said here's this religious thing, but it's really a political thing, and they make you think it's religious. You know what I'm saying? And they take debate all the time. And you know, whatever. I mean, it's clever. It's a clever tactic. You know what I'm saying? I'll give credit unto where credit's due. Like, what is this dude's name? Steve Ben Noon. He's like this Jewish guy, and he's always talking bad about the Vatican and about the nation of Israel and all the shit they're doing. And he's Jewish. So look, I don't hate Jewish people. You know, it's just like this. There's a black guy. His name's Promoting Common Sense, one person at a time. The Doctor of Common Sense is what his name is, and he's always dogging Obama. Same thing. I love the way the guy speaks. He brings up some pretty good points. And he's black, and he talks bad about the president. I like the people who do not use race as a, you're okay because you're the same color as me. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. That's not the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like, look, you're supposed to treat everyone fairly. But, you know, hey, your brothers that serve the same God as you, you're supposed to have a definite love for them. You know what I'm saying? For their work that they're doing for the kingdom of God. And you're supposed to encourage and appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's real easy for us to get off in these points because prophetic things, they're not set in stone yet until they're done. They're fulfilled. So our interpretation of things can be slightly off. And it can lead a lot of people into nationalist type thinkings, and it's not really thinking spiritually. You know what I'm saying? It's thinking nationalistic. It's very carnal. It's very secular, mixing secular with spiritual things, and they do not mix. I see that the mix of political agendas and religious agendas are the biggest nasty tyrannies we've ever seen, but they start off for a good reason. For it's humanism. That's religion. So it's religion. It really is. It's I'm going to become like a god because my politics are so good. People will look at me like I am the king of Germany, or I am the father of Germany. You know what I'm saying? Any nation. I'm just using that as an example because it's already been done. You know what I'm saying? The Christian Zionists, though. I mean, what? I mean, listen. I don't know if the Holocaust. I mean, I really don't know. That people say it never happened at all. I don't think that. But I do think that it was hyped up a little bit. And it's just like right now. Like, look, when we went to war with all the Middle Easterns, we thought they were trying to kill us. We don't know what's going on the other side of the planet. We didn't know shit until they started. And all we knew was what they leaked us. And it turned out to be a bunch of lies. So how much of these other things happening is the same funky? That funky monkey, huh? How much of it? How much else? But anyway, back to this. Do you know Hitler learned his policies to exterminate people from the Americans' Indian policy? No one will touch that with the 10-foot fucking pole. And that is true. That is documented. That is, Hitler wrote that in his journals, that he loved the Americans' Indian extermination policy, which was a real genocidal, democidal, Holocaust event, for sure. I'm not, like I said, and there was like 19 million people got killed, you know, and probably even more undocumented than that. But, you know what I'm saying? Everyone wants to, throw up this banner all the time, man. And it's like, oh, you can't say nothing about nothing over there in the Middle East because the Holocaust. You're a Holocaust. Listen, I hate fascists. I fucking hate fascists. It's like that movie, Inglourious Bastards, where dude was like, we like our Nazis in uniform so we can spot them just like that. That's what I want. I want you Nazis in your damn uniforms so I know who is who. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and look, it's coming. I already can tell by your ideology, by your nationalist, neoconservative, national socialist, bull honky. You know what I'm saying? I hear the same bull honky over and over and over and over and over everywhere. And you know what I'm saying? It's like mixing the water with the wine. Let's call things as they are. This is this, this is that. Don't mix them. When you mix them, bad things happen in the name of man's perception of what he thinks God is and what his duty is to help. You know what I'm saying? Because they always twist it. And they always try. Look, they say, oh, the Germans were Christians. They were Catholics. You know what I'm saying? Catholics are similar to Christians, but they're different. Catholics like more of an idolatry type, mystery Babylonian type of Christianity. You know what I'm saying? And then over here in America, you got churchianity, where they only tell you the good, feel good messages and give us some money. And they teach you how to flop around on the floor like a fish. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. And if you're not speaking out again, that's one of your jobs as a Christian, is to speak out against injustice. Try to verify, confirm what's true and what's not. Divide things up into different categories so you know what's what and who's who. And I don't know, man. People haven't done the greatest job, man, of that, because it sucks, man. But because listen, if you know your history, you know where these things go, where these type of and it sucks. It's like this facepalm. Look, because people just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? It's really what it is. It's a conversion from truth into statism. You know what I'm saying? It hurts to watch, because I do love people. This is my home. This is where I was born, and I hate to see anything bad happen to it. But there's not much I can do. It's in God's hands. Like I said, how it started, Christian Zionism was about bringing about the apocalypse by fulfilling the prophecies, and we're pretty close. They were successful with Israel, and Albert Pike, how he explained in the Muzzini WW3 letter that we're going to turn the Christians against the Muslims, and the Muslim against the Jew, and then the Jew against the Muslims and the Christians against the Jews and the Muslims. And then they're going to even bring in these other rogue elements of nihilists. And he said the origins of pure savagery, atheists and nihilists. Yeah, that his words, not mine, but I agree. Pike was right about that. The origins of savagery are nihilists and atheists, because the biggest death cults ever were statist religions, like Mao China, like Stalin, like Hitler. And they're even practicing some of these in other areas of the world. But like I said, I don't like pulling dirty punches. I only like it's only if you need to. You know what I'm saying? But it's best not to. But they love to operate dirty punches because they're doing dirty deeds, and they know they're gonna get caught. So they got a bunch of people just waiting to throw something back at you. Doesn't make it, just because people throwing shit at you doesn't always make you the bad guy. It just means you're one guy who stands against a bunch of assholes, and then they attack you. They're, oh, we can't beat you in an argument, so we're gonna throw stones at you. You know what I'm saying? Basically. So I'm sure, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna make no friends with this one. You know what I'm saying? But I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing this always to make friends. I'm just doing it to make myself do something for other people than just myself. You know what I'm saying? So other people can learn. You know what I'm saying? Or at least have ideas. Figure things out.